The Blaugrana take a 3-point lead over Real Madrid at the top of the table, in a win that wasn't always comfortable but showed their depth and their offensive prowess once again. Barcelona started off well against Girona, creating several chances early on, but the likes of Ferran Lopez, Robert Lewandowski and Lamine Yamal twice could not make the most of their shooting opportunities.
Despite some magical Lamine Yamal moments, Girona were defending better by the time the break approached, hence conceding in the last minute was so unfortunate. The 17-year-old whipped in a free kick, and after a deflection off Ladislav Krejčí's stomach, the ball bounced into the net.
Girona looked dangerous in moments, but hadn't been able to find the final pass. However, with their first chance of the game, Arnaut Danjuma took advantage of Girona winning the ball back from a high press, finishing one-on-one with Wojciech Szczesny into the corner. Against the run of play, Danjuma levelled just after the break.
In the 63rd minute, Lewandowski had the home side back in front. A ball to the back post found Ferran, whose header looped up to the back post. Between two defenders and the goalkeeper, Lewandowski managed to hook the ball on the volley through the legs of Gazzaniga.
Frenkie de Jong came off the bench and showed a fresh set of heels to the Girona midfield, driving forward and laying in Lewandowski for a fine finish from the left side of the box.
Now enjoying themselves on the break, Gerard Martin would provide a cutback for another substitute, Ferran Torres, to control and finish with his left from just inside the box. There was time for several more attacks, and the best effort of which came from Lamine Yamal, who struck the underside of the bar.
The third minute in the game highlighted Barcelona's intentions, using the width to exploit the space behind Girona's block. Pedri nudges the ball into space, Gavi lures Francis to step up to evacuate the space behind for Gerard Martin.
Barcelona looked like they had many alternatives to arrive at the final third. Pedri takes Count's position at the back three, Lopez drops to draw Spurla and Herrera's attention, M. Gutierrez jumps on Yamal. Right-hand side is stretched and vacant for Count to exploit.
The Barca formation was repeated, with Gavi once again playing the role of false winger on the left and Gerard Martin behind him. In other words, a wing without any true wingers, with the youth player creating a four-man midfield.
Taking advantage of Girona's philosophy of playing every ball, Barca structured themselves differently to press high. Gavi accompanied Lewandowski with the centre-backs, Lamine took charge of Miguel, and Gerard Martin jumped to Francis to create one-on-one situations.
To compensate, the team went with three men at the back, with Inigo taking charge of the left flank. This pressure worked wonders. By the 30th minute, Barca had already recovered 19 balls from the top of the pitch, made 24 runs into the opponent's box, and had played 45% of the game in the final third.
With Gavi starting there, the team can harness his energy in pressing while also having a more associative profile. This allows Pedri to be less stressed, but the team lacks depth.
Against Girona and Osasuna, Barca played 30% and 26% on the left wing respectively, while the season average is 35%. Even with the renowned Barca dominance in the game, there were numerous times with disruptive visuals like the one shown in this image.
Gavi has the great virtue of having very good qualities to perform in any of the midfield positions, even false winger, but in all of them, he has a better and more suitable player for each of them.
Given this factor, and given that Flick greatly values his ability to force opponents into errors and create spaces, we'll see him on the pitch a lot, but without a fixed position. At number 10 in Olmo's absence, at number 8 to give Pedri some breathing room, or as a temporary false winger.
After Flick played Gavi as 6, he bet on Eric again as a pivot, and Eric played a magnificent match. From almost being sold in the winter transfer market to playing a vital role in the recent games, he deserves a respect.
Frenkie de Jong is on another level now. He played just 24 minutes and gave a masterclass. He participated 22 times, almost 1 per minute, had 100% passing efficiency, won 4 of his 5 duels, and created 2 scoring chances. One of them came in the 3-1 play.
Ferran continues to do his thing. The striker is pure gold for this team. Because it's not easy to find players who, even in top-flight teams, know how to help the team by playing short minutes and in so many different positions.
To conclude, Barcelona secured a convincing 4-1 victory over Girona in their La Liga clash. Robert Lewandowski's brace, alongside goals from an own goal by Ladislav, Krejčí and Ferran Torres, showcased their dominance. Despite Arnaut Danjuma's equalizer, Barcelona's superior play reaffirmed their position atop the league standings. What are your thoughts on the game? Comment down below. Subscribe for more Barca-related videos.